Video we're going to take our program and turn it into a more useful program. So okay, it's called calculator. What we could do is give the person the choice of selecting whether they wanted to add, subtract, multiply or divide. So that's our idea for the program, and then depending on what they've chosen we could print out the answer. So to do that we need to give the user the choice. So let's go back to our print statements and let's sort of give them a menu of options. So print, add, print, subtract, print, multiply, and print, and divide. So there are our options. What I'm going to do with these is I'm going to comment out those lines. If you remember, if I put a red hash in front, a red hash in front of a line, it comments it out and it's not executed by the program. I could highlight all of them and choose format and choose comment out region, or press Alt+3, and it will automatically put, now this one actually puts 2 for you instead of 1, only 1 is required. This is fairly common in languages. There's always a way to comment out, and the reason why we comment things out is not only to sort of stop the program operating on these or processing these lines, but it's also to give instructions on what the lines are doing. So it's a sort of narrative or an explanation of what your program is doing. That will be very important when you are doing your own project work. You will need to comment and annotate your programs thoroughly. Okay, so it is a useful technique to know. Other languages may use different symbols. Basic uses just a single quote mark. Some languages use curly braces, or, well, they all use different symbols. So now this is not going to be used, but my menu is going to appear on the screen. So if I save and run my program, we get to see that in action. There we go. Whoops. So I've got calculator, add, subtract, multiply, divide, please enter a number. It's not perfect. It's difficult because I need to actually find out what the user wants to do, and I've got these words. So I might think of doing some grabbing a word from the user. So let's make a little change in my program. So before I ask for the numbers, I might ask for what they want to do. So I'm going to give it a blank line, print, after divide, so it looks neat on the screen. And then I'm going to get my choice. So I've used a variable called choice. I could use anything, selection, elephant, any variable will do. And then I'm going to ask for the input. So as I've used words, add, subtract, multiply, divide, raw underscore input, please make a selection. There we go. So now I'm asking them to make a selection of add, subtract, multiply or divide. Run my program. There we go. Please make a selection. Now I'm using words, add, subtract, multiply and divide. So I'm expecting to type in a word, press enter, and then my program continues. So I'm here at the moment in my program, choice equals raw input, please make a selection, and I'm typing in the word add. The next line is please enter a number. So it's stored add. So there we go. 12. Then it's going to operate the next one, second number, 2. And then I am into, well, I've ignored all of those, but I'm going to perform some sort of operation on this. I need to figure out what they've actually typed in, whether they typed add, subtract, multiply or divide. And to do that, I need something called an if statement. I'm just going to do this quickly. It's not what I want to do. I'm going to change my menu to actually make the input easier. But to begin with, I'm going to stick with the words add, subtract, multiply and divide. So quickly, I am going to add in, let me close this window so I can get some real estate. I'm going to add in an if statement, and it works like this. If, which is a keyword, notice it's gone orange. If choice, choice. Now I need to say is equals, because if I use an if statement, what I need to do is have a Boolean operator here. So this needs to be Boolean, and Boolean works out to be true or false, and a Boolean comparison operator is a double equal sign. So that says if choice is equal to, and then I've got to work out what it is. So if I put add like that, then I'm checking if they actually typed in the word add. And if I put a colon at the end, that is necessary. I will go through an if statement shortly, but I'm just typing it so you get an idea. The important part is when I press enter now, because I've used a colon, which is necessary because I've used the word if, it will indent. So it's indented 4 spaces here, and this is like a little block of code. So if it is that, if this is true, it is going to do this line here. So let me just copy and paste this into there. It needs to be indented. Okay, the answer is first number plus second number. So let me run that program, and then I will discuss 1 or 2 problems with it. So there we go, calculator. Please make a selection. I want to add. Please enter a number. Let's make it really simple, 3 and 2. Second number, 2. It realizes now, okay, in my program. So I'm here, second number. Please enter it. I've entered 2. It's now going to go back to choice that I made here, and I typed in the word add. It's going to say if the choice is equal to the word add, then do this line. Print the answer is first number plus second number. Well, it is. We typed in add all well away. So it says the answer is 5. Perfect, it's working. However, we have a small problem, and let me explain what that problem is. I'm going to run the program again. Okay, here we go. So I'm back on my calculator, printed my menu, waiting for the selection. This time I'm going to do add with a capital A. Okay, so I'm going to press enter. That's fine. Please enter a number. This time I'm going to do 4 and 3, so I should have 7. So I am now here, second number. Please enter another number, and I'm on this line. If choice is equal to add, then do this line. It didn't do that line, and the reason is that the word add with capital A is different to the word add with lowercase a. So we have to be very careful. It's very difficult putting words and checking words. I would have to check all the different spellings of the word. They may have had the caps lock key on, and they may have put add in like this, or they may have put add in, let me do it in the in here. They may have put add like that, or they may have spelled add like that, or they may have spelled add like that, or they may have spelled add, and so on. And I would have to check for every single spelling or figure a way to work it out, which I can do, but we're not going into it in these lessons. But what I'm trying to point out is that the only one that's going to make it work is that one, all lowercase. That's the only time where choice, add, ADD, all lowercase, is the same as this string that I'm checking about. And that isn't very good. We need a better method of doing it. In the next video, I'm going to show you how to sort of get around that one just by changing how the menu works and how the if statement works.